Hello, one and all. Welcome. Say hello to my lovely hats. My friend commented on one of the videos where I was talking about. This is really confusing. This hat, and asked me where my fez was. So I have actually quite a nice collection of hats. I like hats. So I thought I'd just do a quick video because this isn't what I actually want to talk about today. That's not the main focus. But you know, I'm here. I have my hats. I might as well talk about them. So we'll work our way down from the tower of hats. Now this hat, this is a fez, nice little fez, tassels, which my mum got me from some sort of fancy dress shop for when I was dressing up as the Doctor from Doctor Who, for a Doctor Who get-together that we had at my house. I might go into more of that later. I want to get through these. So, whoosh, off goes that one. Oh, this is so confusing. Just don't look at it. Don't look at. Let's start. This one. There's a whole video on that one. We talked about this one. This one. Now, this one is an interesting one. This was my first main hat, and I wore it throughout the winter. Got quite famous at my school for it, being like, oh, he's the guy with the hat. I had some people being like, yo, Woody, or something like that, or hey, cowboy. I was just like, well, you may just shout and call me names, but you're obviously just not cool enough to wear a hat. And I found this one day. I found it. And I found it on a cold, wet day in a bush. Now, I'd been on my way home. It was late at night. It was dark. It was scary. The wolves were out. There aren't any wolves where I live. Sadly, that would be quite interesting. I got home to my station, started walking back because there wasn't a bus there. And then I was walking by, and then I just see this hat stuck in a bush. And I'm like, what? Is that a hat? Is that a hat? Did someone leave a hat there? What? So I went up to it and I took it out and I thought, this is a nice hat. Who would leave this here? And then just like literally shoved it in. So I was like, whoa, ooh, do I take it? Do I not take it? Should I not? Ooh, let's leave it for now. Let's just keep on walking. So I started walking back, and then I stopped. And I turned around. I felt something pulling me back, and I just couldn't walk any further. So I walked back, and I stood there staring at it, thinking, do I adopt you? Do I give you a loving home? Can I provide for you? I don't know. And while I was debating this, I saw the bus that I get, the H12, start to come down the hill, all big and menacing, like a double-decker. They're all big and menacing. And I saw it, and I thought, it's now or never. So I grabbed the hat, stuffed it in my pee bag, and legged it to the next bus stop, which I managed to get the bus. I was quite proud of that. And I gained a hat in the process. I cleaned it up, I washed it, made sure it was sanitary. See, nice and clean. And that's how I got that hat. That should have taken a lot less time. Need to keep it snappy. This one, well, this is quite obviously a Christmassy hat. I don't know where I got it from. I just know that I have it, and I used it at Christmas. In fact, I wore this when I was dressing as the Doctor, dressed as a Christmas tree at school. It was a fun day. I was basically dressed up as the Doctor, and then covered myself in lots of fancy, shiny tissel and baubles everywhere with that hat. It was brilliant. I loved it. But now the hats are gone, I can still feel them. Do any of you get that? Just the phantom hat. If you've been wearing a hat for like all day, take it off, and you just feel that your hair is just impressioned with a hat there. It's really weird. But yes, what I'm talking about now is I just got back from my rehearsal for How to Succeed in Business. Oh, best thing on earth. I'm going to put the fact that I can't speak down to the fact that I was singing earlier, instead of the fact that I just generally can't speak. I hope I can speak most of the time. But yes, how to succeed in business without really trying, which once again you should all come and see. It was amazing. I get there at 5 o'clock and I stayed there till 8, 5 to 6 to 7 to 8, 3 hours. 3 hours. We started off basically we rehearse in a church hall, and we got there and sorting out coffee break. No, not coffee break. A secretary is not a toy. Remember that. It's a good message and also a very good song. And we went over the dance for that, made sure that everyone knew it. It all sorted out, ran that through. Perfect. What can I say? It's got me in it. Then we went, and Jill, the director, who's South African and amazing, she's a brilliant woman, she dealt with all the girls to sort out their stuff, because they're girls and they take a lot more effort than we do. So we went off and we tidied up our bit. Then Mr. Bob, the best name for anyone ever, he is the musical director, and he came after we'd been polishing for a bit and got us to work on the singing bit of it, simply because we'd never actually gone through it, but we were still fine. We sang it before he trained us to do it, and that's why we're his favourites, because we sing. It helps if you're in a musical that you sing stuff. But then what did we do? Yes, we then did Brotherhood of Man, which is the big finale song. It's I keep saying everything's amazing. Everything is amazing. Look into your world and you'll find that everything is amazing in one way or another. Like, just take this for example, just a simple object like this water bottle, which has been sitting on my desk for ages because I have a better one that I use. I don't keep my desk very tidy. In fact, there's a mug here. I need to put that in the dishwasher. Remind me to do that. But just how amazing this is, that someone, somewhere, first off created the design for it, and then sent it to someone, and then they came up with the labelling for it, and then they had people miles and miles away dig up stuff out of the earth to get what you needed, sent it to a factory and not miles and miles away from there, where they processed it and turned it into all the stuff that it needed to be turned into, the right plastics, and then they sent it somewhere else to be shaped into the bottle that you are holding in your hands, and all the different bits, like the little, you know, when you first open it and it goes and you're breaking the seal, getting that in there, getting the water in there from a totally different place, all just so you can carry some water around with you and have a sip whenever you want, just like now. This probably isn't taste good. No, yeah, let's not drink that. I don't want to die. There's amazing things everywhere. What's more amazing is that I haven't been looking at the time. I didn't time when I first started this, so I don't know how long this is going on for. Again, but that's really all I had to say, apart from we ran through, so we were doing the singing for Brotherhood of Man. Oh my gosh. It's now a perfect song. It's the biggest sort of feel-good song, like talking about that we're all in one big brotherhood of man, and it really gets you going. It's just bum 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 bum. It doesn't sound like that because I don't want to spoil anything. You've got to come and watch it. You need to come and watch this. 16th of June. Let me check the calendar on my magical mystery. 15th of June. 15th. There's a matinee and an evening performance. Come and watch it. It's brilliant. So then we went and we did the dance for it, And then we did the singing with the no, we didn't do the singing with the dancing. We worked out on the dancing bit, and we sorted that out a bit more. There's just like a tiny bit that we haven't finished yet, and I'm so happy. This is the second musical that I've ever done, and I've had no training in dance or singing or acting, but I'm now sort of the second, third main dancer, just because I can somehow, I swear it's in my genes. My cousin's a dancer, my other cousin is a dancer and was National Ballroom Dancing Champion of New Zealand. Shout out to my cousin Matt there. So it's in my blood, I think. I can just, when someone teaches me the move, it's in my head, it stays there, and I just remember everything. So I've sort of become the third guy when it comes to dancing, and the first guy is the person who's doing the main character, so it makes sense that he's doing dancing stuff, the main big stuff. And then the second one has, I think, quite a bit of dance training behind him. So to be like just behind them for someone with no training is a great honour, and lots of fun. So that I just had to share that with you all because it's amazing, and maybe it gives you a better taste of what's in store. Maybe, perhaps, I'll give you a taste of one of the songs or a synopsis later on, but maybe not. For now, I'm going to talk about my other friend, vlogger, dogger, mogger, rhyming, Evergard, or Chris. He, in his video, he was trying to find a way to end his videos unsuccessfully, and so he asked me whether I remembered the Malawian phrase, the Chichewa, for goodbye, and as a matter of fact, I do. It's Tiwanana, which is how I am now officially going to end my videos. And if you'd kept your sheet with basic Chichewa on it, Mr. Evergard, you would have known this. See, I've kept all this paperwork from it. It's that amazing. So you've got, what's the time? Nthawi Ali Bwanji. Yeah, I just asked you the time. It'd help if I knew that. No, I can see the time. It's 32 past 10, and it's the fact that I don't know how long I've been going on for. That's the problem. Or I don't eat beef. Cindy Madya Nyama Ya. So I've also got like the itinerary that we had for what we're doing on each day. See that? Lots of stuff that we did. Lots of stuff. Oh, you can't see that. It folded up. I'm sorry. I don't have enough hands. But that's all we have time for today, apart from the one that I already did, but I had to do another one because I felt like it. So, Tiwanana.